I have a question from chapter 17, verse 12.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وَيَدُ الْإِنسَانُ بِالشَّرِّ دُعَاهُ بِالْخَيْرِ وَكَانَ الْإِنسَانُ وَجُولًا. And man prays for evil as he should pray for good, and man is very hasty.
So could you kind of explain to us how man asks for evil?
How man asks for evil?
Evil. Most men ask for evil, in fact. It's very seldom that they ask for good. When they insist during their prayer for worldly goods, which may be bad for them ultimately, both here and also much more so in the hereafter, he asks for evil. But apart from that, there is a specific meaning of this verse which relates to the kuffar of the time of Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Whenever it was said to them that if they do not believe, if they go on disobeying God and defying His acts of appointing a prophet, His act of appointing a prophet, they would meet with evil end. This warning is delivered to them very clearly in so many verses of the Quran, that their fate will be no other than the fate of the previous people who also defied the appointed religious leaders by Allah. They defied them and they met with a ruinous end. This has been made manifestly clear in the Holy Quran. And those who reject the Holy Prophet of Islam, they were specifically given this warning: accept him or you will meet the same end. And the sky may shower stones upon you, the winds may bring sandstorms which will bury you, and so on and so forth. They listened to all this and said, yes, bring this evil to us. While they were promised at the same time that if they believed, they would be granted all the best of life here and all the best of life in the hereafter. They had this choice before them: to pray to God to bestow them with the very best of life here and the life in the hereafter. And they could also pray, oh God, send the sandstorms and stones from heaven and this and that. They prayed for that second thing. This is what Abu Jahl said and prayed. It's all right, oh God, show us the evil which has been predicted about us. That is why in one of the courts of an Umayyad king, I think it was in the court of an Umayyad king or an Abbasid king, a Bedouin who did not belong to the same tribe of Quraysh, which ruled the political world of Islam, he stood up and challenged the Caliph. He said, I can prove that you are stupid people and we are wise. He was annoyed, of course, but he was intrigued at the same time. He wanted to know what he had in mind. He said, when this option was given, our tribe accepted Islam and went straight for the best things of life and the hereafter as well. And it was from your tribe that someone rose and said, send us the evil, shower upon us the evil things. He said, this is stupidity. It is this stupidity which is referred to in the Holy Quran. Some people go for evil instead of for the very best which could be bestowed upon them. They know it to be evil and they want it, believing perhaps that it will not happen. So their disbelief, in fact, urges them to ask for the evil and challenge it. Understand? But also it applies to the ordinary way of ordinary life. Man is seeking evil for himself in all his pursuit, and women too. I said man is seeking. Then I turned to Amina and said, and woman too. By man I mean both men and women, yes. This verse of the Holy Quran is witness. What I said is some people do beg for evil instead of going for the good. The verse is from Al-Anfal. The number of the verse is what is this? 33. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وإذ قالوا اللهم إن كان هذا هو الحق من عندك فأمطر علينا حجارة من السماء أو ائتنا بعذاب أليم. While they should have begged, is قالوا اللهم إن كان هذا هو الحق, if it is truth, lead us to it. You see the difference of the attitude? Instead of begging from Allah, oh God, if this is truth, then please lead us to this. They said, oh God, if this is truth, then do shower stones upon us. Please. You want a full answer? This requires a full speech or address to the ladies lasting for a few hours. On this topic I have already spoken during my addresses to the ladies in Jalsa Salana, annual conference of Ahmediyya, both here and abroad. So all these addresses which are delivered either here in England or Germany or America or Canada, you combine them together and they will make a full volume. So it's impossible to answer this question in this short session, please. But it is fully recorded. The Islam, ladies of the early Islam, like Hazrat Khadija for instance, and the ladies of Islam even after the demise of Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, continued to participate in the service of Islam in an outstanding manner, as some of them outshone even men's services to Islam. So it's a very glorious golden chapter of the history of Islam in which women have participated, and that I believe should be brought repeatedly to the notice of the present generation, because when they see their past traditions to be so glorious, then the young girls of today may think of following their footsteps. So it's a good question, but unfortunately it requires too big an answer, which cannot be accommodated and squeezed into this small conference meeting.